Hello guys, good morning everyone. Today is 8th of August 2026 and my name is Oksana and I welcome you at my little stitchy corner which I called Crafts Journey. Of course, as usual, before I started this call I asked myself, are you ready? And I said yes, and now I'm like, what am I supposed to talk about? Great. I don't have anything on my table because, well, I don't. So let's start with progress, okay? Well, let's start with progress. I really don't want my videos to be extremely long. I need to talk less. Okay, so should have put it in front before I started, but anyway, as I said, that's how I got ready, okay? I don't. Okay, I think if you will see it normally, it will be even better. Okay, so I'm trying to remember, last week I got a focus wheel. Tolby showed me this project to be a focus project for the month, for the August, and I decided that I will probably try my best to finish it by the end of the month, even though I had like slightly less than 4,000 stitches left, but just because it was like 3,700, but just because I had only 3 weeks in August, because I'm excluding the super wheel, I don't have enough to finish it. But I think I will try. Maybe I will take it. I'm going to take it all weeks just to finish it, so it's not going to migrate to the next year with, I don't know, 200 stitches left, for example. I probably will try to do my best. You might probably going to hear some messages, sounds coming in. It's like my daughter is pinging me. We are talking about college loan, and which a little bit unpleasant surprise, because, like, you know, a week ago I went to the billing account, oh my gosh, billing account, and it was showing me that it will cost me four grand, like 4,000. So I paid a half using the 529 college account, and week later I'm logging in and it says that I owe 6,000, and I'm like, what? So a week ago I supposed to pay 4,000, and a week later, after I already paid 2,000, I still owe 6, which is like, what the hell is going on? It's weird, and it's really unpleasant. So that's what I saw today, this morning, and I tried to ask her stuff, and yeah, I don't know. It is so messed up and confusing. I didn't have these issues for 2 years. First 2 years I didn't have any payment issues. It was smooth, it was logical, and after, on a third year, everything went off the roof. It just become messed up, and I'm being charged weird stuff. And anyway, I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about a cross stitch, but I'm apologize. You might hear the conversation. I'm not talking to her, but you might hear her sending me messages. Okay, stop. Let's think about cross stitch. Let's think about that. Okay. So this is Mill Hill Honeybee, and this is my focus project for the August. This is how it looks like right now. Of course, I'm going to insert a preview somewhere so you guys can see it. I did really nice progress, and you know what? I do really enjoy and seeing how it actually looks like, because all these honeycombs here, after it's been added, it gives a little bit more depth and brightness to the picture. Because in the past, while I have this, like, the only brightness which I had, it's only the body of the bee, and that's it. And then I was stitching flowers, after that moved to flowers, and it was still not like, I didn't feel it, right? I was just like, well, last year I was in the mood to stitch this bee, but this year I just don't feel this bee, right? It's not calling on me. But I do remember that when I finally finished flowers and switched to the honeycomb part, I started feeling it, like, you know, I said like, okay, now I like it. Now I really like it. I don't know why it changed perspective and attitude towards this, but as you may see, I was actually really enjoying stitching the honeycomb on its own. What else did I do? I think I finished all stitches, cross stitches, on the on honeybee's wings. Everything what's left here, everything which you see is missing, is actually is going to be covered with beads later. Even you cannot see it on the wings, but wings also missing some stitches there because there will be beads. I'm stitching on 28 count crystal chime. It's extremely pale yellow. It's opalescent. It's sparkly, and it's a very pale, I would say baby yellow modeling fabric. It's super pretty. I really like it. I don't believe I bought a big piece of it because usually I wouldn't know like what would I stitch on it, but maybe I should buy a little bit more. Some of the fabrics which like opalescent, which I can find, some colors are really pretty. And you know, I usually will buy a small cut of it just to see how it looks like, where I can use. But then I was like, you know what, I do like it and I need to buy a big sheet of it. But then, you know, I usually budget my cross stitch thing for the month, and well, my budget goes away pretty fast, right? But I'm trying to not overspend. Whatever I budget, like plus minus, I don't know, 30-50 bucks, I'm trying to not go over that. And I'm trying to stick to it. So that's why a lot of fabrics, I need a lot of fabrics, and I just don't have enough money to spend in a month, or I don't have enough months don't go, like days are not coming, months are not passing by fast enough that I can buy that stuff. And usually, you know, like with Dimensions kits, about a year ago, you would find a lot of Dimensions kits on Amazon, and it would be the cheapest price which you will ever find. It was on Amazon. Etsy is the most expensive one. eBay will be a middle ground, and 1-2-3 Stitch or any other sites will be quite expensive. So the most expensive would be Etsy. The second expensive, any sites, cross stitch sites, including 1-2-3 Stitch, where usually it's always like also cheaper. Then it will be eBay. You would find on eBay cheaper than on other sites, and Amazon would be the cheapest. Now there is no Dimensions kits on Amazon, those which were like, you know, gold collections, the old ones. And I'm really upset that I didn't buy them earlier. Like I started buying them a year ago, and I was more concentrated on buying some materials for the charts which I have. And I would postpone because, as I said, I would budget, right? And I would try to stick within a budget. And usually I wouldn't have budget for the Dimensions, those which I really wanted. And now they are not on sale. They are not on Amazon or anywhere else. And those which are coming back, the price, I look at the price and I'm like, it's like 3 times more expensive than it was a year ago. Like if it was like 26 last year, about half of a year ago, some of them you will be able to find for 30-35 bucks. Now it's over 40, if not $50 or $60 for those kits. And I'm like, well, I probably have to wait until my salary will grow up, so that kit is not going to hit me that hard, or the prices will go down, which, let's be honest, in a current state in the world, what's happening, I really doubt the prices will go down. I really doubt. Maybe in 20 years, but in 20 years, those kits which old gold collections, they probably going to cost like quadruple, or I don't know, to the power of 20 price, right? And it will be like arm and leg, kidney, and half of a house just for the kid. I'm like, okay. Anyways, I need to stop complaining. What's going on with me today? I woke up I think it's just because I woke up in a little bit like, I cannot say I didn't have a bad mood, but I woke up like a pain in my eye, like slight one, annoying, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on, probably like allergies, and it spreads on my tooth. And then I went to this freaking college account. I got upset even more. And now I'm complaining about prices. I don't know. I don't feel grumpy, but I'm not sure why am I complaining. Like, what's going on today? Okay, let's move on. Okay, I need to concentrate and start talking more about cross stitching, and just don't do U-turn somewhere else. Okay, let's take a look on the next project, which my summer wheel gave as a result, showed me. It was X's and O's water ride. I need to start moving because usually I don't see very well. Do I have? Yes, I do. X's and O's, what a ride. I'm stitching it, everything based on the instruction. Fabric, demossel. I think I looked it up and it says demossel. I think the pronunciation. It's a fabric which has absolutely every single color of the world on it. It's very splotchy, it's very, you may not see that much through the camera, but with the naked eye you will see some greenish, yellowish, purple, reddish, bluish, like everything is on this fabric. So where I am stitching, I'm still stitching in the dirt. I'm still like a chicken. I'm just digging in the dirt. I have in Saga, I have selected like area. Like, as you may see, it's pretty much like this. Do you see this border? Yes, you see this this level. Maybe like one stage more. Like one row higher. This is my area. So technically I pretty much done with stitching within the whole area, and in Saga we'll be able to move to the next area. But that being said, when I started stitching it, I still needed to stitch about 1400 stitches in that area. Of course I did, I actually did more than that, and you may say, okay, how come you said you didn't finish? If you stitch more, you're supposed to be already moved the area and start stitching in the new one. Let me explain what happened and why I ended up stitching more. So somewhere here in the dirt, and I think I told you guys it last week, that when I was stitching this in May, I made a big mistake. I stitched with the wrong color. And I saw it when I finished stitching. When I was putting my floss back on the organizer, I saw that I accidentally put two identical colors in two different slots. And I stitched with the wrong color, and I was really upset. I didn't rip it off. I didn't undo it. I just decided to leave it on a later date. So I had to go and undo 350 stitches. Yes, so I had to go and undo 350 stitches. So altogether, with 1400 plus that which I, ripped off, I ended up having that area was like left to stitch like 1700, right? Almost 2000. So that's why it happened. That's why I'm saying that yes, I stitched a little bit more than 1400, even though I didn't finish the area which was telling me that I have 1400 left. That's because I had to redo some stuff. But am I out of the dirt? Not quite, to be honest, guys. There is still quite a bit of dirt here. Of course, the dirt will be pretty much like the dirt is on the ground, but there will be dust around the horse. And I see it normally. And what's interesting, like here on this bottom part where I told you, few rows more, and I will start on the back legs of the horse. Like the bottom pieces here of the horse. I'm very, very close to it, so I need a couple of rows more, and I will start on the back legs. Now, this project, my super wheel already gave me this project. It was in May. Then I got this as regular summer project for this week. focus project for the August gave me Mill Hill. So, but that being said, next time we will see this particular project, it will be next year. So this year there is no wheels which can give it to me, which can like, yeah, tell me like, okay, now it's, you can take it one more time. No, we are done with it. I'm fine with it. It's, as I said, a lot of projects I don't worry if they will, I will stage them for a decade, right? If it's slowly going, stitching, I'm fine with that. Some of them, yes, I may want to, like, you know, I need to speed up, and we are going to look to the next one, the one which I really would love to speed up, but it's a big one. I'm not going to finish it within nearest 15 years, so I just don't want to be monogamous stitcher. I just don't want to stitch only one. I still want to stitch variety, so that's why certain projects, they are focus projects, right? Like Dimensions Gold Collections, which I stitch every Saturday, which I'm going to take today, and that Holiday Village, which I'm stitching, and of course I will give it like about 500 stitches more, but I think it's ready to be shown. You know what, I need to check. I thought that today I need to add 500, and next time I will be able to show you like 2000 stitches added, but I don't know. I need to go check Saga. Like Gold Collections, Dimensions, those are projects which I really want to see sooner than later. So I'm trying to wiggle out or be creative and create different ideas how I can speed up stitching those projects. So that's why you may be really confused in all my rules of my spinning wheels, decision wheels, right? What's going on? You have so many, and then you have these ifs and that ifs and these focus projects and multi-season, and what's going on here, right? It's logical for me because through the years I was slowly adjusting to my likes and needs. But as I said, certain stuff I want to see sooner, so I created some system how to make it happen. But some of them, like this one, I don't care. Some of them I don't care if they will slowly progress. That's fine. And I have quite a bit of those which I don't care. Okay, let's take a look on the next one. I would say majority of them I don't care. It's only few which I do care. Okay, the next one is my Fox Equinox. This is my fall project. And this is the project which I just told you, which technically, based on my calculations and to make sure I'm not tired of this project, I'm going to stitch about 29-ish years. Yeah, almost 30. But I know that I will finish it, like, okay, I don't want to say I know that I will finish it sooner because I don't know about that. What if something happens, right? And I wouldn't be able to. But as of current date, if nothing critical will happen in my life, I know that I will finish it earlier than in 30 years. Because 30 years is calculated based on if I'm going to stitch it every single month, and will add exactly 1,000 stitches. Not a stitch more, not a stitch less. Usually I prefer to stitch a little bit more because, you know, as they said, every penny counts and it adds up. It adds up, and it can be like in a couple of years, it will shrink down the not the distance. It will shrink down the age of it, the finish timeline, maybe for 1 or 2 years sooner, right? So as of right now, I think, I don't remember how many years left, and I would say how many years, decades. It's not, I think it's like 27, I think, or maybe 26. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe, you know, maybe when I will do the summer overview, which will be at the end of August, I will try to tell you how many years left on this project, but it's very slow, and based on 1,000 stitches a month, every single month, I would add on this project a little bit, like less than 4%. And no, I think it's like 4%, around that much, around 4%. It's like a year, right? It's not a lot, but yes, it is a big project. And this is the project which I do want to finish sooner, but again, there is no way I can finish it within a year or two. I have to stitch it like every single day and be totally monogamous. And I'm not like that, because I'm really getting tired of the same project every single day. I tested it on myself through the past years when I was in different cells and games and projects. I found out that no. 3 weeks in a row for the same on the same project, and even though 2 days a week, right, for 3 weeks, that's how much I can tolerate the same stitching, taking the same project, and then I need to rest from that project. So that's why it's going to be that long. What I stitched, do you guys see it? Okay, on the bottom here, I added this yellow dot. And as you may see, I added quite a bit to this dark line here, this divider. And I even moved a little bit further on the next yellow spot. This is like here. And let me see. Okay, the next yellow block is not going to have these leaves, so it will be easier to stitch. This is where I usually can a little bit speed up on the project. I can stitch like 600 a day, for example. It depends. The first day, I stitched actually 600 a day for 2 days, so I added like 1,200. But some places here, for example, I was able to do even more. Places like here where the leaves are, it's barely over the 500, because there is there is a confetti, color changes, and I can tell that this line in here, I did this chart myself. When I did this chart, I tried to clear out extra unnecessary single stitches. And I could tell that this particular line, when I started to stitch, it was easier for me to stitch this one, because these guys here, I gave up on clearing because I was so tired to clear the chart to make it more like better. Yeah, I gave up on this, and this line was way much harder for me to stitch than whatever I started here. We will see how this way will go, but for now, I was not sitting for too long here, which surprised me, because as I said, I remember how this went. This went pretty long. And yes, usually just because right now I'm on this divider, the next divider, I will be slowed down a little bit. But I have nudge like this. And you may see that the top row here, I'm trying to like fill it in. Here is the middle of the project. I think it's here. It's something like this. Here, this line is the middle of the project. So I decided to fill it into the middle, this block. But like with this line here, for example, as I said, this is the nudge. I was able to fit the whole line in the nudge area, so I was able to stitch along the line, just concentrate on the line. When it comes to this spot here, my nudge is like this, so the whole line doesn't fit. And I was questioning myself, how do I want to proceed? I could concentrate on a line, but then I have to switch nudges, like nudge position, and I don't like to do it, especially on this fabric. This is Jobelan 28 count, and I do 1/1. Jobelan, when you put in nudge just like this and you try to tighten the fabric, the weave is separates, and you will have, once you will take it out of your hoop, you will see holes. Now you are not going to have a big problem to put those, like to fill it, like put those weaves back and all holes will be gone. but it's a pain in the ass. So what I usually do when I do nerge, I will put like, I just will do paper towel strips on that plastic piece, not actually on the plastic, but anyway, I will, between plastic and fabric, right? I will put like one paper strip on the like around on the perimeter, and I just stick in nerge, and even this way when I'm trying to tighten the fabric, it usually prevents those whole holes to form. Somewhere sometimes I may see a little bit separation, and then later I will go and fix it, but most of the time, like I removed this way, I removed like 98% of hole formation. So having nerge this way, I knew that I need to not only to change the nerge position, also need to fiddle with those paper towels. And I'm like, no, what I'm going to do, just because I'm stitching row by row, I will just fill this line as I go. And if you see these dark park threads, this is where my nerge was like the plastic piece already, and I could not go deeper. So that's why once I will reach row by row till here, probably what I will have to do, I will still have to move nerge hoop, because this goes beyond that, right? It's like my nerge like this. I still need to stitch this part, but that will be later. I don't know if maybe it's going to be this year, which means like this piece I will stitch next year. But I think that I will be able to finish this line here this year. We will see. We will see. Let me see something. Let me check with you guys. Yeah, so technically this line here, the next one is very far, so this one is not going to happen this year for sure. Yeah, so I think that this piece I will be able to finish, even though the whole area here I'm not going to finish this year. I just don't see it. It's like what, beginning of August. I added quite a bit. We'll see. I don't know. I don't believe that I will be able to finish it, but especially here somewhere, I already will have these guys started leaves. This is where I will slow down immensely, because what's interesting, if I will take a look where my nerge goes on the top, it's this line. You see this line here? If you will take a look here, and it goes this way. So technically I should fit, there is even like his bottom paw, this like piece fits in this area a little bit down the road, but I still have these leaves here, and let me tell you, these are not easy to stitch, even though, I mean, there is a confetti, right? Even though I did try to clear as much as possible single stitches, but as I said, usually when I was doing clearing out, I started from the top to, I actually started like, I was able to filter by amount of stitches, right? Like from lowest to biggest in the tool. And I was looking where those like single stitches are so I can remove them. And it just happened that in a nutshell, I did a lot of clearing on the top portion of the project and a little bit less on the bottom, because I tired to do so. I was just so tired that pretty much I tried to do these leaves, but we will see how it will go, because this one I didn't clear a lot and it was pretty stitch heavy. Anyway, that's it. I'm talking too much about this project, even though I added not that much. But I'm happy. I'm happy how it looks out. Now, what's next? Just because the upcoming week is a regular summer week, there is nothing special. It's not the end of the month. There is no holidays coming up. What I need to do right now, okay, let me take this away. What I need to do right now, we are going to spin a regular summer wheel. Don't forget, my focus project is Mill Hill. That's one of the projects. And yes, about the Fox Equinox, I just because I stitch it once a month, right? I usually try to take it at the beginning of the month, like the first week, full week of the month. I'm trying to take it because usually later in the month I already see like there may be some holidays and I can tweak around certain stuff, right? And usually at the beginning of the month you don't have a lot of holidays every single month, right? Very occasionally you may, for example, the upcoming September Labor Day, right? It's like at the beginning of the month, but I don't have any projects dedicated to Labor Days. But if you will take a look at every single month, most holidays are either in the middle or at the end of the month. And I have different projects dedicated to those holidays. And to make sure that Fox Equinox is being staged at least once a month, it's really good to put it at the beginning. That's what I'm trying always to do. So let's see. I'm going to bring a regular summer wheel. What's left? I'm not going to spin right now because I need to do a separate spinning video or clip. I still have one summer project which I didn't have a chance to take yet. Yes, it is more than one, still not erased, right? Not blacked out. There is still more than one, right? And we have only 3 weeks left in August, and I'm like, do I have enough time? Don't forget that honeybee, I'm already stitching. If I will have honeybee coming, if I will spin and honeybee will come out, I'm going to respin it, like redo it, because I'm already stitching honeybee. So minus honeybee, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mirabilias, I already took mirabilias. I'm not worried about them. If they will show up, I'm going to stitch it. I'm just saying that just because honeybee is my focus project, I am going to stitch it no matter what, if my wheel give it to me or not. Mirabilias, not a focus, so I can take it, but I still have extra days in a week that I will be able to take Jane Nately Mayhew mackerel. That's the only one project which out of this list, no, not this list, out of summer projects, I haven't stitched yet. I have 2 multi-seasonal, oh no, 1 multi-seasonal. I'm surprised that I thought, oh, okay, yes. I have 1 multi-seasonal which also didn't come up yet during summer, but I'm not worried about that one too, even if it will never show up, because I'm taking it every single season by default, which means like this year that project definitely through the year got some stitches added. It's not like missing me, right? It's not like waiting on me to take him at least once a year. No, a lot of multi-seasonal ones I already stitched, so if they wouldn't show up through this last month, I'm fine with that. Everything what's left in here, only 1 project I did not take it yet this year at all, like 0 stitches for the whole year. This is Mackerel by Jane Nately Mayhew. So I know that I'm going to, no matter what my wheel will give it to me, I'm going to take this one upcoming week for sure, because the rest of them, I know they have already had some stitches this season, except multi-seasonal, but that one this year he definitely had. It is Long Dog Opus Magnusson. I stitched it during spring, I stitched it during winter. He has enough. Okay, let me pause you and we will and I will insert a clip just spinning regular wheel. It's like, speaking of the devil, actually no, I even didn't spoke of this devil. Anyway, so this is my multi-seasonal project, Long Dog Samplers, Opus Magnusson. Well, I thought that maybe summer will be a season when this project is not going to show up in stitching, but apparently it's like my fate said, like, you know what, you marked it as multi-seasonal, you have to take it at least once a season, right? So you saw it, like, right, this one, but as I said, the mackerel I still going to take it. I would like mirabilias to be there for me too, but I honestly would like to take a mirabilia. But anyway, I'm okay if I'm not going to take. It's not like you may say, hey, just take whatever speaks to you. What speaks to me right now is mackerel. Okay, I want to stitch that one. I'm perfectly fine, pretty happy that this showed up too. I probably will find a time for Mirabilia, because after this upcoming week, right? Technically, out of that decision wheel, what will end up, I know that all my summer project already had some stitches on, so technically it doesn't matter what spinning wheel will give me. I probably will be able to take Mirabilia in one of those days, but just by myself, and stitch it. And don't forget, we still have like mega wheel, super wheel week. I may decide there too if either I will take something from summer or new starts or whatever. I still have time, okay? It's not like it's critical for me. Like I want it. If I really, really badly want it, I'll take it, okay? I'll stitch it, but it's okay. It's not like I'm badly crazy. Okay, so I'm going, it's looking like that. It's looking like that. Just because, let me see, I want it normally to fit in the screen, but my table is tiny. All right. So this is how it looks like. And first I was thinking to stitch the border, like the black piece of the border. And if you look at the preview, this is the border. It doesn't look that big, right? This border looks, okay, it looks like decent. But when you look at it, it's almost like half of my palm. It's ginormous. And this is just a half of the, oh, you don't see it, a half of the fabric. This is a half of the height. And somewhere here is about half of the width. But anyway, first of all, I was thinking to do the, oh yeah, and I'm using black cone, DMC 310 in the cone, because I know there will be a ton of black floss will go there. So yeah, I wanted to stitch first black like border piece and then fill in with the color. But I think I told you guys that like, yeah, I think I told you in spring when I was doing it, I mentioned that I usually don't want to go back and keep stitching in the same spot. If I'm done with the row, I want to move to the next piece. I don't want to go back to the same row at the beginning and start from the beginning again, because I will feel like I'm sitting on the same spot for ages. So that's why I decided, you know what, I'm going to stitch and fill with the color as I go. So usually what happens, I'm trying to do like two elements, like black pieces of two elements, and then I fill it in, because colors are pretty much like the same. So this like a purple cross and reddish triangles, they are everywhere the same, and in like inserts filling in is the same. What's different is like if you see this big background behind these black leaves, like this element, the hourglass, I was like, what do you call it? It's like hourglass shape element. The colors on the background inside, that's where it's different. But the what's this, 1 2 3 4 octagon, the octagon element is exactly the same. So if I will take the color of, let's say, purple, it could be nice just to stitch it in 2 blocks, but we will see, because usually it doesn't look like it's a lot, but only one octagon, it's about 1,000 stitches, but you still need to stitch around, right? So it will be another, I don't know, maybe yeah, I still would prefer, because when I started stitching it, I think I stitched like that, just black, right? Just black, no colors. Like, yeah, it was like 2 octagons, almost 2 full octagons. And then I started filling in with the color. And then I filled in this one, because this black already existed. I filled in this one. So I think I will continue the same way. I will just add maybe 2 octagon, like 2 elements, like identical pieces here, and we'll fill in later. Who knows? I probably will going to fill it in like in what, September? I'm sorry, not September, but in fall season, because I don't know when I will get it in fall season, if I will. Well, I might be, because remember I told you guys that I decided that I will try to keep, sorry, you will hear I'm walking away. I decided that I'm going to keep about 12 projects per wheel per season, because I find it's enough to make sure that all of them are being stitched. My summer wheel has 14 projects right now. Once I will done with the honeybee, it will have 13. So I'm not going to add new starts to my summer wheel at all, because it's already filled till the brim, even overflowing. And I think I have the same. I think I have the same with the spring. I just don't remember, because I do remember that 2 of those seasons, they just don't have enough projects and I need to add. And I think fall is one of them when I don't have enough. You know what? While I'm here, I actually can take a look what I'm just talking. Let's see. We are going to take a look together. Yeah, so where are you? Oh, give me a second. So my winter has, you see, 11 projects. Spring has 14, it's overflowing. Summer has 14, and fall has 11 too. So winter and fall has 11. So technically, I can add one more project to the wheel, to the fall and winter season. And those will be new starts. I need to start. I don't have... When I'm showing you 11, these are all my in-progress seasonal projects. And I think even including multi-seasonal ones, okay? It's not like just fall. It's already including the multi-seasonal ones. Just literally only fall season or winter, it's even less. Now, I need in total 12, including multi-seasonal. So it means that anything I will start in fall and winter, I will add. So next year, when I'm going to update all my wheels, summer and spring wheels are not going to be updated, while winter and fall will. Yes. And I'm trying to think why in the world I decided to talk about it right now. What I was trying to bring you towards. I don't remember. So my mind, like my thought is flew away like a bird. Great. So I don't remember why I was telling you this stuff, but anyway, this one is a multi-seasonal. If it will come up in fall, great. Fill it in. I don't believe I will finish the whole row, the border, this year. I don't see it happening, but as I said, the whole piece of fabric in here, this whole sheet, is already cut for the project. It's not like there is some extra that I will cut later. No, this is just for the project. I even don't see how am I going to like you know what I'm thinking? I probably should have started it like 1/1, because the project is pretty, but I'm thinking, okay, how do you frame it? It will be half of the wall, just one picture, right? Because it's ginormous. It's a big one. And plus, if you have frame, it adds more, right, to the... Okay, never mind, guys. That will be it for today. There is not much to show. Next week, hopefully, we will see my progress. Hopefully, I will do really good visible progress. Definitely on this one, you will see some progress, because black piece will be added. That will be like on empty spot. It will be like right in your eyes. Mill Hill, we will see, should be visible because it's a small project. It's a tiny project, and usually 1,000 stitches you can see it. But mackerel, you probably will be harder to see, and once I will show you, you will understand why it's a little bit harder to see the progress on it. Even if you will add 1,000 stitches, it's still a little bit, it's so scattered there that it's like, you will see. Anyway, I'm not going to explain to you, like, if you even, most of you even don't know how it's looking like what I'm going to talk about, right? So I'm going to end here. Well, I will see you next week, and I wish you guys all the best and happy stitching. See ya. Bye bye.